present. Are you translating that one? Okay. So, I mean, again, it's a privilege and honor. So, being here for me is a dream come true. And dreams can happen, guys. So, that's wonderful.
首先呢，他很荣幸可以来到台湾，然后在各位的面前分享。然后他说，可以到国外的确是他的梦想。然后他接着会解释为什么梦想对他自己而言那么重要。
I want to start saying that I wanted to be a football player, not a baseball player. Although I play baseball, but I wanted to be like Pelé.
他也原本棒球跟足球都有去参与中，但他原先的目标当然是像比利的足球巨星。
In 2014, I went to the World Cup, football World Cup in Brazil, and I met Pelé for the first time. And I talked to him and I told him, Pelé, I wanted to be like you, you know, I mean, but my talent wasn't good enough to be a soccer player like you. And then he says, ironic because I wanted to be a baseball player like you are, but my abilities weren't good enough.
在14的世界杯的时候，他其实有机会去跟 Pelé 面对面的自我介绍，然后结果他们互相交流，就说他们其实Rivera 想要当足球巨星，然后 Pelé 小时候自己想要当棒球巨星，但刚刚好他们想要的运动没有那么高的天分。
What I do now is that I'm involved. I mean, I play 19 years in professional baseball, and what I do now is being with the family. I mean, when you play baseball, you play any sport, you're always away from the family and sacrificing for the well-being of the family, first of all, and then the game of baseball.
那他现在在退休的时间有个很大的重点，就是要陪家人。因为当职业选手的时候，不管什么运动，你都会跟家人有一点距离，因为毕竟要专注在自己的专业上，或是像职业的球员可能会跑到为了比赛跑去各种地方，所以为了去养活自己的家人。
So now I spend time with the family, working with the foundation, doing some business, and also with the community. So in that, I don't have time to do nothing else. But the importance about that is that I always wanted to work with the youth and make sure that I can teach them or pass anything that I can use to make them better.
那他在退休除了陪家人，还有一些旁边的事业，但是他现在另外一个专注的地方是在他的基金跟去培养年轻人，去启发他们的梦想。
So take advantage of this morning, especially the youth here. Question that you want to ask or anything that you want to ask. If I can give you the answer, I will gladly will do it. If not, we find the answer and give it back when I come back here.
所以他就要鼓励年轻的选手们、年轻人，如果有机会问他问题，他会尽量去回答。然后如果这次达不到，他就会约下次的机会再度来到台湾。
Yeah, so when Moses bring me back, I give you the answer.
哦，这个真的我们很期待了，就是说他会再次来台湾，当然我们要把握这一次，包括像是今天的分享会，另外呢还有就是明天他要到这个我们对巴拿马的这个首战来进行开球。那当然讲到身为一个职业棒球员，我觉得大家一定都很想知道的就是他到场上去投球的时候。有没有什么样的这个 routine， 就是说他有没有什么样的准备方式？再来就是他怎么样在投手球上面去释放他的 pressure， 他的压力。这个我相信对于很多台湾的选手，其实都需要知道这种大投手是怎么样去做准备，怎么样去克服的。
Okay, yes. When I was playing, I have a routine. Yes, I did. Make sure that I came mentally and physically prepared for that day. For example, I used to come to the game, to the ballpark around 2 o'clock in the afternoon for a 7:05 or 7:30 game. And then make sure that whatever I had to do, either shoulder or elbow program, I had to make sure that I did that.
那他说，在7点或7点半晚上的比赛，他一定会2点钟到球场。他说，他的确需要心理跟身体上做自己的准备，包括手肘或是肩膀一些活动。
And after that, I made sure that I was ready for practice. After practice, I finished, had something to eat, and then jump into the hot tub. And then after the hot tub, I got massage for 19 years, every day massage. So making sure that I was loose, my arm and my whole body was ready to perform. And then in the first inning, while I was getting massage, I was paying attention. I always made sure that wherever we were getting the massage, I have a TV available so I can watch the game.
Alright， 那他说到他的自己赛前的 routine， 当然是有自己的热身、球队练球，然后当然需要泡热澡，然后当然需要按摩，然后他说一个关键是，他按摩的时候绝对要有一个电视看当下的比赛。
So after that, I made sure that I was paying attention to every hitter that the starter were facing. In the 5th inning, I was ready, dressed, walking out in the bottom of the 5th inning to the bullpen to talk to the guys and make sure that the guys in the bullpen was ready and relaxed. So when they have to take part of the game, they do their job. And then after that, I was ready. I started training. I started stretching again in the 7th inning. So maybe I had to come into the game in the 8th inning or for sure the 9th inning.
那他其实说到棒球是团队运动，所以在5局下的时候，他会到达牛棚，然后会开始跟牛棚的队友们、投手们会去聊当下的比赛，让他们也会准备好。那所以在7局的时候，他自己会开始伸展，以准备好，也许8局就进来，但的确就是准备好第9局的表现。
Yeah, so I have to make sure 2 things that I did, like I mentioned before. I had to be mentally prepared and physically prepared. So, but mentally is the most important game for me. Because physically, you never feel 100%. You always feel 95, 96%, but never 100%. But mentally, I always was 100%. Because I don't want to make mistakes, mental mistakes. I can make physical mistakes, but no mental mistakes. And I make sure that I knew that every day for 19 years.
那他说，你球员的身体永远不会是100%的状况，但他为了准备比赛的竞争，心理上是不能有瑕疵的，所以在他准备当中也是觉得这是一个很大的重点，所以就会花在他自己本身会对竞争的心理层面会比较有一点对自我需求。
There's a lot of pressure when you close the games. I used to have an afro, okay, but as the year went by, I started losing my hair because of the pressure. It wasn't because it was easy; it was just a lot amount of pressure. But that was amazing.
他在开玩笑说，他年轻的时候想要披一个大的头发，但是因为比赛中当终结者的压力很大，所以头发自然的就会掉。
But one thing that I did was that I enjoy the game, that I love the game, that I was passionate for the game, and I gave my best to the game.
那他最后的分享是他对运动、对棒球是有热爱的，然后所以他这个投入就是19年来一直维持的中。
好，所以这个大家就是要知道说，一个超级大投手的压力，首先头发要先顾好，好，这个大家可能在未来可能会碰到的，如果你是选手的话。但不管怎么样啊，我觉得大家在场上的表现的确让我们觉得说， 非常的难得能够有这么杰出的一个方式。那其实他也在访谈当中不断的讲到去帮助年轻的球员，对不对？所以我们就要来谈一下他在这个之前其实也提及过，包括像是中国信托这个慈善基金会做的事情，跟他自己的Rivera Foundation， 他所谓有一个 Safe 653的这个计划，那主要就是提供像包括像教育啊一些协助给年轻的朋友。我们想要请他来谈一下，这个对于不管是这个台湾或者是美国、巴拿马，甚至全球喜欢棒球的年轻学子，其实可能是都需要帮助的。我们来请他谈一下这个的理念。
Okay. Yes. Yes. The Mariano Rivera Foundation, we love to help others. Before I retired, way before, in 1998, my wife and I, we formed the Mariano Rivera Foundation. Why a foundation? Because I believe in education. I believe that every young boy, male, female, have the opportunity or have the necessity to finish education. Why is that? Because I played sport for my whole career, not 24 years professional, but I always played sport since I remember 6 years old.
那他说，在他球员的时代就已经跟太太已经去创造一个基金，然后他基金当然的目标是为了年轻人。然后他说他的虽然职棒有19年，但他一生都有运动。但他虽然讲到运动，他也同时觉得教育是非常重要的，每个人都需要达到某一种程度的教育。
I understand the value of education because as a professional player, we have something or we have an enemy called injuries. Anything can happen in any given moment to whoever. It can be the best player or the worst player. It doesn't matter. That can happen to anyone. And injuries sometimes are these ones that you will never play again the game of baseball or whatever it is you're playing. But with education, you can get hurt. You even can lose a leg or an arm, but you continue to learn and be able to produce or provide for your family that you're going to have. Okay, so for me, that's so critical and important that I always teach the boys, the youngsters, that no matter what talent do you have to finish education because that is the foundation of everything.
他说，在运动当中，任何的人最好到最没有成绩的球员，都有可能任何时间会有一个大伤势，让他永远没有继续他的球员生涯。但是每一个人都可以达到某一个程度的教育，可以帮自己的家人去有所贡献。
I'll give you an example. How I believe in education. My son was drafted for the New York Yankees, but he has 1 year left to finish college. And he asked me, Dad, what I do? I said, what do you mean what you do? You know the answer of that. You have to finish education. You have to finish college, and then you sign professional baseball. But it's not acceptable for me not for you to finish college and then play professional because that's no guarantee.
他说自己本身的经验是有自己的儿子开始有一些经验，就是自己被洋基队选中，但是他还是有1年的大学还没有读完，所以当他跟父亲在聊的时候，父亲就说这个选择就是对他们来讲是应该很明显，把书先读完，再去尝试一个棒球的生涯。
In the big leagues, I saved 652 saves. And we have a project now called 653 saves. The 653 saves will consist in building a learning center. Why a learning center? Again, education. Placing or create opportunity for the youngsters to be able to accomplish their dream. I was sharing with the folks before, and I was saying that before I signed professional baseball, someone were pointing fingers at me, telling me that I wasn't good enough for anything, to accomplish anything. And I took that seriously. And I said, I want to do whatever it takes within my power to be the mouth, the hands, the feet of those that don't have voices, those that society reject. I want to be their voices. Until today, I have accomplished that, but I haven't finished.
然后他讲到，除了基金以外，去延续的是他的一个作业 project， 叫做653个救援，因为他生涯就是652个救援。然后这个 project 一个中心就是为了创造一个教育中心，因为他说他小时候有被批评过，就是在球员的生涯走不远。那他想说，世界上有很多小孩子们可能被批评，可能被排斥，所以他想要去为他们去声援，去给他们一些机会。当然，教育中心就是延续教育的一点。
652 games saved, but they were games, okay? I went home and winning or losing, I was fine with it. Not with losing, for sure. But 653 will be saving life. 653 means creating and having opportunity for the youngsters that we believe are the future of this world.
那他说，比赛的胜负跟自己的救援数字的确是当一个竞争者很重要，但是他的653个救援是为了去拯救一些人的生命，然后所以这变成他自己的一个使命。
So that's why we have in the foundation for just to help others, not for me, but just to help others, so the others can have opportunity to be successful.
主要就是要给大家其他人一些机会，去在他们的人生中做一个成功的例子。
好，这段真的是非常的重要，不管是现在还是学生的这个球员们呢，或者是说当父母的教练们呢，其实你都是可以这样子告诉我们的下一代，包括告诉自己，教育是Mr. Mariano Rivera 所非常强调的事情。那希望说我们在打球之余，一定要把书念好，把教育完成，包括他自己的儿子被职业球队洋基队选中，他都还是要他完成大学，然后再去打职业的比赛。好，那最后一个呢，我们来聊一下好了，应该是有非常多的东西可以跟我们年轻的球员来 share， 就是包括他自己的书里面呢，其实也有提到，有可能你在某一场比赛，或是某一天，你的人生出现了一个非常巨大的转变。那如果你想要当一个好球员，甚至变成一个顶级的球员的时候，你该怎么样去准备自己？真正的职业球员该怎么样去把自己再准备好？不是像他所说的，就是每场比赛前面去按摩啊，去放松啊，就这样去投好比赛，一定要不断的练习。那他怎么样给年轻的球员建议，去成为一个真正顶尖的职业选手
？Well, I mean, there are so many objectives or things that if we allow them to hurt us, they're gonna hurt us. For example, I became the New York Yankees closer in 1997. In the previous year, 1996, we won the championship. So, and I was a big part of the pitching staff. Then 97, I became the New York Yankees closer. And I have no clue what was happening because I was trying to do so good. And it seems like the harder I try, the worse was happening.
In terms of media?
In terms of work. In terms of work.
他说他在1996年是参与到世界大赛的冠军的洋基队，然后隔一年他就是上任到终结者，但是不知道为什么在第一年的当终结者的时候，他越努力，但是好像球场上的表现没有表现出来。
There are adversities that happens while you play as an athlete. One thing that you have to understand and you have to believe is that the Lord gives you a talent, and that talent is good enough to be successful. Most of the time, we take so much time working in our weaknesses, which is good, don't get me wrong. But our weakness always will be our weakness. We need to make time, even more time, to work in our strength, because that is what's going to take us to the promised land. Not the weaknesses. The weaknesses we can get better, but the strength, our power, is the one to gonna take us to the promised land.
那你在球员的生涯中可能会遇到很多挫折，但是也许把自己的弱点去改进是一个值得去花一点时间，但是你的强项的确是让你怎么达到那个舞台，然后怎么延续到达成你的梦想。所以他自己所分享是每个人所赋予的天分，从神或是你的来源的确一定够，但是你一定要去精进你的优势。
So in '97, I was struggling trying to close games, and thank God for my manager and my pitching coach. They were able to say something that clicked, and I was able to continue doing what I'm supposed to do. But that easily could have been wrong and took me to the negative way or negative side.
那刚好在1997年，他的总教练跟投手的教练有给他的建议，给他的鼓励，是让他想去正面的地方，因为也很有可能想到负面的地方，就一直走到失败的路上。
That was my greatest blessing, but also I have to make sure that I trusted, otherwise I would have been lost.
那他当然某方面是有点运气，但是就是坚持在所给予的一些建议跟指示跟自己的坚持，是终于达到他想要的目标跟成果。
So when you have adversities, because adversities will come, it's not like if they come. No, they are going to come. So when they come, we just have to be able to find the positive in the negative situation. For example, when I lost a game, I was pitching and that night wasn't my night. I always ask myself these two questions, that I was ready physically and mentally, and I gave my all. If those questions, the answer was yes, well, the process was just a learning process, something that I had to learn and continue moving forward. So those things we have to understand, that when we're playing or we are in business or whatever, a tough time is going to come, but we have to learn from that. Okay, we don't have to see I'm a loser, or I can't do this. No, it's something that we need to learn and be positive, saying that I'm going to be overcomer of this situation.
那他说，在球员的生涯其实跟人生一样，一定会遇到挫折。那你的遇到挫折或失败的情况上，就是他自己会问自己，在投手球上，我有没有做好心理跟身体的准备？然后二，你有没有完全全力的去当一个竞争者？那如果你两个都回答是的话，你就是把这一个失败的经验当做一个学习的经验。那不管在棒球或是自己人生中，可以有这个心态去面对，然后继续前进的。
But I don't want to talk about me. I want to make sure that I take time for you guys, because I know you guys have questions, and I wanted to give you some answers. So I don't want to talk about too much about me. I wanted to know about you guys and what kind of question do you have, if you guys have question.
他现在是想要直接现场开放 Q&A 啦。那我们他说他谈了很多自己了，对不对？好，那我们开放一题就好，好不好？因为时间的关系 ，we know there are so much about your life experience you want to share and you want to take questions, you want to answer. but because of the time limit, let's save it for the next time. You made us a promise that you will come to Taiwan again, right?
Yes.
Okay, we only take one question, 好不好？他答应我们，他下次会来台湾的，所以我们可以把这其他问题留到下次。但我们有一个问题，好不好？那我看到这边有好哪边哦，好在。2个是不是啊？立导帮我们争取到2个，好，那就这边一个，那边一个，好不好？来，我们前面这边有一个举手很快，然后后面那边你们也会有一个问题。
How much time do we have?
Hi, I would like to ask that how do you cope with mental stress when you were in relieving the game? Let's say in 2009, the World Series Game 7, the 9th inning, you were under a lot of stress, right? How do you cope with that kind of stress when you are pitching? Like, if you lose, you go home. How do you cope with that kind of stress? Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Well, 2009, we were playing in the championship, and one thing happened that you never do. Please don't ever say these words. The Philadelphia Phillies, they said that we were too old. And we weren't good enough already. Our time was past. What they didn't know was that they were giving us ammunition to use it against them. So, go ahead.
所以他说，问题是问到09年对上在世界大赛对上费城人，然后也许洋基不被看好，或是在谢尔当中有些话语，然后什么对手是说洋基队你们好像很老，但 Rivera 说。你就是不要给你对手一些心理上的一些弹药去或是斗志，去从那个情况反败为胜。
So we made sure that we have to do what we have to do. For example, myself, when I had a chance to pitch, I was giving not 100%, 1,000%, making sure that those words that they say, they're about to eat it. Because we weren't giving up. When I have the opportunity to pitch and I have the opportunity to close the game 6 of the World Series, I made sure, and don't take me wrong, because I had lost World Series game, I had lost regular season game, playoff game, but that made me better. That made me hunger. That made me more to chase dreams and chase another championship. And this time I had the opportunity. I said, it's no way that this opportunity I'm going to miss. So I was determined, I was passionate, and I was there to make sure that we close that World Series.
然后他说他从对手的话语去激励自己，然后自己就是准备好自己的本分，所以他虽然之前有失败的经验，但是就是刚刚好那一次让他跟他的队友们非常的专心，然后赢下了世界大赛。
对，简单来讲啊，垃圾话不要对他讲就对了，垃圾话对别人讲。I was telling them trash talk is not to you, maybe to others, not to Mariano Rivera. 好，我们开放第2个问题 ，second question，OK？ 这是郭哥对不对？哎，来，
谢谢。哇，这个啊，我没有看过棒球赛，但是也听过你的名字。
So even if you
哇，Mariano Rivera，这个太厉害了。我想请问啊，就是说这个问题啊延伸起来了，就是说你还是要回答，因为你来到台湾你跑不了。就是说你一颗卡特球啊，怎么能够纵横所有的这个大联盟球队啊？还有就是说，在2009年的时候，那时候王建民还是你的队友，结果他对国民队有一场球2-1领先到第8局的下半，那时候的总教练 John Torrey 为什么没有派你上去救援？你那时候的心情是怎么样？这够专业了吧？
好，谢谢柯文哲市长啊，谢谢。好，郭哥为我们带来这个非常有娱乐性的问题。好
I love that.
Okay.
Well, how I was able to be successful? Well, that's simple. To me, it wasn't about me. It was about God. because I didn't want to be a professional player. I didn't want to, although I love baseball, I wasn't looking to play baseball in a professional level. But God introduced me to baseball and guided me through all those moments in adversity and gave me the best pitch there is in baseball, the cut fastball. No one taught me that pitch, but God gave me that pitch because he knew that I needed to have something special for me to be successful. When, I don't know, we had to ask that question to Joe Torre about why he took Shimon 1 out and put me over the game. You know, I don't know. Maybe he has confidence in me that I can save his game. You know, but go ahead.
他说他首先就是一个上帝的恩典，有赋予他。当然那一种球种，他觉得是棒球上最难打、最好用的这个球种。然后当然他也是感谢上帝有去帮他引导他的个人的生涯。那至于换投手的部分的话，我们就要去问总教练。公关危机。
So I tell you something about Chimenwa. He was hungry. He was desirable he was determined. He was determined to make it to the big leagues. I met Chimenwa when he was a little one to the minor leagues. But he has a goal. He had a dream. And we help him achieve or conquer that dream. Baseball is not about individuals. Baseball is about teamwork. And a teamwork is something special. You work as a team. This work in financials, this work in sport, this work in education, school. The word team is something that has to be done collectively. And when I played with the New York Yankees, we were the best team to do that. So Chimenwa was someone that we accepted him and became one of the best pitchers for us in all those years. Too bad that that's why we weren't supposed to hit, because he got hurt running the bases, and we don't run bases, we don't hit, we pitch. And that's what happened with Chimenwa. And after that, he wasn't the same. You know, it was a shame that something happened like that, because he was our best pitcher. And together we were doing a lot of damage.
他分享王建民其实在小联盟的时候就有遇到，然后他说洋基队当时是最好的团队，所以这就是棒球的一个魅力，团队运动的魅力。然后说他当然自己队友们跟教练团 front office 都一起努力，让王建民跟其他队友变成个人最好，但是团队也表现最好。但王建民有展现出自己也有一个决心，然后也有一个梦想 ，Rivera 一直喜欢讲的梦想打到大联盟。然后就是可惜部分，当然就是美联的投手们不喜欢打击，不喜欢跑垒，所以算是一个非常就是当时最强的投手，他们队友最强的队友，就是也许失去了一些黄金的一些时代。
I wanted to say something else to the youngsters here and all these athletes that we have here. Guys, never give up your dream. Keep dreaming. Keep hoping. Believe the dreams come true, because I was one of them. I was one just like you guys. You know, I didn't came from a rich family. I didn't came for a big name family. I came from a small village, fishing village in Panama. But I have a desire, and God knew my heart, and he granted to me. And my dream came true. So I believe that God has many things for you guys, but also allow dreams to happen so you can help others.
那他说， 他说，如果要学自己的榜样的话，从自己持有一个梦想，然后为那个梦想去努力，因为也许大家都有自己的本分、自己的天分，那你要怎么实现的梦想，就是要有不放弃的精神。
Don't ever give up your dreams. But I have to tell you this, it won't be easy. It will take a lot of determination, a lot of dedication, commitment, and passion for what you want to accomplish. Because if it was easy, anybody can do it. So knowing that it will not be easy, but is there to be accomplished. So don't give up. Always continue pushing forward, that at the end you will receive what you sow.
然后最后分享到，这个路上绝对会很艰难，但是如果是容易的事情，大家都会去做，所以自己要展现出一些决心，要展现纪律，然后你也要正面的面对你所遇到的挫折的。
好，再一次感谢谷歌非常会问哦，他讲的非常非常多。好，最后一个问题，因为Mr. Rivera 他想要跟大家多互动，所以我们开放3个问题。最后还有问题吗？好，来，这位来，我们有麦克风给你。
Mr. Rivera, we appreciate your presence here today. Your outstanding career as a baseball player and your experience as a parent are invaluable, particularly for young people in Taiwan who seek to succeed in sports and other areas. We will be honored to hear your advice on what it takes to achieve success, and how principles such as hard work, discipline, and resilience can be applied to achieve success not only in sports, but also in other ways of life. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Achieving success. Wonderful words. People think that it's easy, but it's not. I was saying it before, and I will say it again. Dreams are there to come true, but we have to do our part. We have to make sure that we are disciplined, that we are committed, and we're passionate. Why passionate? Because sometimes on the way, you might gonna hear people or something will happen that will discourage you from continue forward. That moment is where you need to understand that that passion that you have for the game or for whatever you guys doing, it will push you or catapult you to continue pushing forward. Because again, it wasn't easy for me. I have a surgery in my elbow. I had surgery in my shoulder. I had surgery on my knee. But neither of those surgeries stopped me from accomplishing what I wanted to accomplish. Committed. I had to get up, and I was on the big leagues already. I have already won championships already. And I was committed to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I didn't have a car, okay? So think about this. My car that I got, I was trying to position my wife and my kids, buy a house and all that stuff for them to be okay. So I didn't have enough money to buy a car, but I have a bus that they would take me. So I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, make sure that, and I didn't have hot water, guys, like you guys have, cold water, okay? So 4 o'clock in the morning to take a bus at 5 o'clock to go to my hometown, Chorrera, and then take another one to Panama City, and then another one to go to the Canal Zone where I was supposed to go to the gym at 7 o'clock in the morning to work out for 2 hours, and then after that, take the bus to go to the stadium, 20 minutes walking after that. So that to me, I was committed for a dream. It wasn't easy, but I was committed. So yes, we want successful, but successful doesn't happen just to happen.
他分享到，虽然我们有之前提到有梦想，但其实达到梦想是自己的付出，是当然相对来讲也是最重要。所以他为什么提到热情？因为你的热情可以让你去克服各个的难关。他最后分享的一个故事是，他虽然是一个成功的投手啊，已经赢过冠军，但他的投入感还是依然的很高。他分享说，为了7点的重训或是训练，他当时没有车，所以要4点钟就醒来，然后远远的跑去训练中心去在7点钟练习，然后那个过程还是他对他的职业的一个态度，让他可以有这么成功的生涯。
We have to invest in our success. We need to invest. That's why I believe that investing in the youngsters is the best investments that I can make. Because in time, that investment will pay forward. So I believe that every desire for every goal that you have, every opportunity that you have to invest. You have to be there to believe that you can accomplish all that stuff.
他说，为了成功，你就是要投资，但投资不一定要金钱，可能是时间啊，可能是你的投入，可能是你的热情，或是他也许到你可能投资自己的生涯，但也许投资年轻人跟社会上也会有它的利润在。
We won 5 championships. I was able to participate in 13 All-Star games. I was able to go into the Hall of Fame. But that didn't happen just because out of nowhere. You have to invest for that to happen. And that's what I believe. But the investment that we had to make is not about money. It's about our efforts. And no one can take that away from you. Because you have the power and the ability to do that. It's you. So you have to decide if you want to do it or not. It's up to you. And when you decide that you want to do that, no one can stop you.
他分享到，他虽然有一个很成功的生涯，包括世界大赛，包括明星赛，他觉得最重要的投资是他自己本身的努力。所以他说，也延续之前说，大家都有足够的天分，但是你的努力是人家没有办法去责怪你，或者对你的指教。
好，这边的问题问得非常好，所以要追求你的梦想，从搭公车开始，好不好？对啊，刚才讲了搭公车，我们现在这个时代，我们从捷运也可以，就是要起得早，然后好好的努力。Thank you so much once again. 我们同时谢谢 Ryan and thank you Mr. Mariano Rivera. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sandman Mariano Rivera. 谢谢大家，谢谢。好，我们等一下要进行一个合照，所以大家先坐在原地然后原来的座位。We are going to take a big group photo, but before that, let me introduce our VIP guests. 我先介绍今天的与会贵宾。首先，the good friend of yours, Mr. Jason Spector. Welcome here. Please stand on and wave to our fans. Thank you. 好，再来为您介绍的是中信银行李明宪董事长，欢迎李董。刚刚也一直在台下呢，仔细听我们这个 Mariano Rivera 的分享。再来欢迎的是中信金控高恩杰行政长，欢迎 Roger 哥。还有运彩公司林博泰总经理，欢迎林总。中信金控林永胜副总经理，欢迎副总。台湾运彩公司蔡明哲副总经理，欢迎。中华民国棒球协会国际组戴建凡组长，欢迎 Chris 哥。好，欢迎了所有的贵宾之后呢，我们现在来进行大合照。好，我们现在进行大合照。Let's take a big group photo. Your seats over there. Okay. Yes, that's right. Here. Thank you. 那我们的镜头会从舞台上面拍下去，好吗？所以请大家呢跟着我们一起看向前方。 好 ，Please look at the camera。好，大家可以把口罩拿下来。哦 ，Let's take off our mask。OK， 我们把这个口罩拿下来。对，然后把你的手势比出来，要比任何的手势都可以。Somehow 也可以。OK，1 2 3 say cheese。Cheese。OK， 好 ，one more。This camera，one more。1 2 3 cheese。OK， 好，再一次热烈掌声，谢谢 Mariano Rivera，Thank you so much。好，谢谢。我们现在请里维拉先生可以先做休息，所有的长官也可以先做休息。Let's take a break。那请现场所有的球员还有粉丝，我们再次谢谢 Rivera， 谢谢他。好，那请现场所有的粉丝，还有这个球员们、教练们以及这个观众朋友们呢，我们先坐在原位，我们要发餐盒给你们，因为现在的时间也非常接近中午了。谢谢你们的参与，希望今天呢你们能够听到非常多有这个用的这个分享心得，请先坐在位置上好吗？请先坐在位置上，好，请先坐在位置上，我们等一下有餐盒要发给大家。
好，现场的贵宾、各位嘉宾，不好意思哦，请各位嘉宾在我们座位上稍等一下，因为呢，我们现场也准备了一个小礼物要送给大家，那也刚好是中午的时间，所以我们会给大家一个小小的纪念品，然后还有今天中午的一个餐盒。那当然也跟大家提醒一下，我们可以漫步离开哦，这主要是因为也刚好中午时间，那大楼呢电梯的使用率比较频繁，那怕您到外面也会等很久，所以呢先稍坐一下。那我们工作人员会引导我们就一排一排的在就是看外面电梯的一个流量。我们再带大家这样一排一排的离开。
大家久等了，因为我们刚刚Mariano 在那边讲了蛮多的东西，所以 delay 了一段时间。那等一下他会来这边，那我们就会开放媒体先进们、大哥大姐们可以提问哦。等一下就可以来跟 Rivera 直接访问。那不过他今天还是要去台中，所以他等一下要去搭高铁，所以我们的时间会尽量控制在这个几个问题。那等一下再请大家一起来提问，谢谢，请稍作等待。 好，各位媒体先进呢，我们的Mr. Mariano Rivera 准备好了，那到时候大家就可以来提问。OK，let's welcome Mr. Mariano Rivera， 掌声，谢谢。好，今天呢，这个也让大家久等了，所以我们呢可以来提问。那这边 David 手上有麦克风，所以想要提问的媒体先进呢可以举手，那我们就会把麦克风递给你，就可以来跟Mariano 来访问，好不好？好 ，OK， 那我们就现在开始。想要提问的媒体先进呢可以举手，那我们就会递麦克风。有吗？有吗？有吗？好，有，好，这边一位，好 ，OK， 好，来，那也跟刚报告的是一样的，就是说如果今天的问题不多的话，我们会把时间稍微控制一下。来，请问。
不好意思，提问一下，就是首战呢是巴拿马对上中华队，或许就是里维拉先生比较挺哪一队呢
？I'm gonna give you the political answer. I came here to support baseball. Obviously, being Panamanian, I want Panama to win. But here in Taiwan, I want Taiwan to win. You know, so I mean, that's contradicted. But I love baseball, and I want the best team to.
他提供一个比较中立的一个回答，就说他当然支持巴拿马，但是既然在台湾也会支持中华队，但是他最终是想要一个好的比赛，然后最终比较强的球队就会胜出。
支持棒球了，非常中立的回答。好，有没有媒体呢？还要想提问的？这边有 ，OK， 好。
我想请问，就是刚里维拉有说到，对于上去投球，然后怎么去分担自己的压力？那我想问的就是，2001年世界大赛第7战9局下半被路易斯冈萨雷斯的击出再见安打，当下是赛后结束是怎么去调整那个心情？因为毕竟那是一个很大的比赛。
What was your emotional kind of process after the series?
2001. 2001.
对 2001.
How did you respond to that?
Well, I mean, definitely you don't want to be in that position and then to lose the game. You know, we fought so much to come back and win that game, and I lost the game. Well, how I come back to that? Those are the moments that you have to understand that, you know, at that moment you just lost the game, and I couldn't wait to have another opportunity. That opportunity came in 2009, and I didn't waste that opportunity, you know, because I mean it wasn't easy, but at the same time, that's part of the game. You have to continue pushing forward. You have to move forward, and at the end, well, you overcome her. So that's exactly what I did.
那他对这场比赛的确是感到有一点挫折，因为毕竟，球队是很努力的想要在最后一战胜出，但他也提到说，棒球跟任何的运动都一样，会有成功跟失败的经验。那他就是其实输了当下，其实就很期待他下次可以在这么大的舞台上有表现，然后他提到下一次的世界大赛他就有成功。
好，再来那边先举手，这边稍等一下。
TVBS 新闻网想要提问哦，说关于跟王建民有多久没有见面了？那因为里维拉有提到过嘛，在昨天王建民之前有跟他谈到说台湾之美，他之前是怎么样来跟您形容台湾的？那庙宇的部分有哪一间庙宇有特别想要去吗？昨天去吃完小笼包跟去101，对台湾初步的印象是什么？谢谢。
好，谢谢。
Well, the last time that I saw Chimenwan was about, I don't know, 2009, 10, around there, 11. And we always discuss about Taiwan because, I mean, anywhere that baseball is been playing, I love. I always wondering. what if I had an opportunity to play in that town? And now that I'm here, you know, I mean, the people have treated me like gold, treated me so great, and I'm passionate, you know, loving the country, loving the people. Even though I've been here only a few days, I already in love with the town, and I would tell already people that I need to come back and do more for the youth, and knowing the country a little bit more.
他说，已经超过10年没有本身跟王建民有互动，但之前都有分享台湾的美好。那他虽然只有来到几天，但是大家对他是很好，比喻有对他像黄金一样。那他当然也有蛮欣赏这一次的经验，然后期待下次来，的确也想要把去花一点时间在年轻人身上，因为他毕竟觉得棒球是一个很好这样子可以分享跟创造梦想的工具。
好，还有来这边可以问，没关系，等一下麦克风哦，我们有麦克风给你。对。
不好意思，想要请问一下，就是这几天就是在台湾有没有特别想要去吃什么，或者是有特别想要玩什么行程吗？谢谢。
Well, to eat, I love Chinese food, and obviously the Chinese food that we eat in the U.S. is totally not compared to what we eat here. You know, for example, I was in yesterday in a restaurant for dumplings, and I love them. You know, and to me, it's just amazing. You know, the culture, and you know, I love to visit the temple because I like to know about the religion and all that stuff. Me as a Christian, I always fascinated with other people believe and understand that culture. So I definitely want to visit a temple.
他先说食物的方面，其实当然在纽约吃很多所谓的 Chinese food， 但是当然来到台湾就是完全不一样的面貌。所以他有提到水饺是他蛮对有兴趣的最近的一餐。那至于他想要有的经验或是要去的地方，他的确有分享说，也许他想要去拜访几间庙，因为虽然他自己本身是一个基督教，但是他蛮开放的，想要学习，想要去亲自目见其他人跟其他的文化是什么样对待于自己的宗教跟信仰。
好，我们开放最后一个问题，还有媒体想要提问的吗？有吗？哎，好，那边 ，OK， 最后面，对。
你好，是未来的资瑜，想询问就是刚刚的分享会的话，有一些就是基层，就是高中跟国中的球员，那想询问 Rivera 有没有想要就是可能对这个年龄这个阶段的球员们有哪些建议，或是认为他们这个阶段最应该要注意的是什么？
But I mean, my advice to the high schoolers or they are in a baseball competition is that I remember when I was that age, and I always wanted to compete. I always wanted to be there for the team and being able to play. I was telling them before, I was sharing with some youngsters that dreams are there to be conquered. Dreams are, they come true because I'm one of them. And my advice to them is that I never give up. Always keep pressing on until you achieve that dream. Thank you.
那他分享说，他自己本身还记得自己在高中在年轻的时候的当一个小球员的时候，那喜欢竞争啊，喜欢团队各方面的，但是他又要回到是自己要保持一个梦想，然后梦想有可以讲说你要去征服你想要的目标，然后他是一个成功的例子，所以他也会鼓励大家设好自己的目标，然后追求自己的热情。
好，再一次谢谢所有的媒体先进。那到时候 Rivera 呢会在台中跟大家再见面。这次谢谢大家，谢谢 ，Thank you so much，Thank you。